Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lion Den Sport interview today. Today, I'm joined by Eliezer Kubanza. Mr. E, he likes to call himself.
Yes, sir. How
Eliza,
are
how
you
you doing?
doing, brother?
I'm all good, thank you,
Terry,
brother. Thank you for joining me today, man. How's things?
yeah, things are very well, Terry. I'm so happy, Let's
You
get
look,
over and done. Let's go.
you look like a happy man, man. You look like a happy man. It's good. It's good to see, man.
Fuck, man, I'm in the camp, you know what I mean? I'm so tired from training.
So,
But right
same
now, I was
camp.
like, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
obviously in camp. You got a big fight coming up in France on the Brave 74 card. Um, yeah, you're boxing over in there. How's camp life? How's training? Everything going?
yeah. I have a fight on September 7. I've been locked since my last fight in Bahrain. So the camp is quite a bit going. It's going well, It's I'm lock it, as I say. So I'm just excited to put on the show. Yeah, it's never been easy when it comes about preparing your fight, mentally, physically, but we're trying to get it done, and yeah, to get all those works done and get the job done actually on the 7th of September in France.
How's training looking like for you? What do you do on a typical day on training?
Look, I've got my kickboxing training in the morning, like from 7:30 to 9:30. I've got my kickboxing training, paid workout or some sparrings, and I go for my conditioning afternoon. Then around 4 p.m. I go for MMA training. Like mix it up. So it's conditioning, kickboxing in the morning, conditioning afternoon, then MMA training later evening. It's like that every time.
So it's pretty full on, man. You got it pretty full on.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
Monday to Friday. Levi Carroll, what do you know about your opponent?
Look, I don't know much about him as a person, but we checked some of his fights. We actually didn't find anything so interested, and I'm already in Brave. You know what I mean? I'm already in Brave. He's just coming, so I will welcoming him into Brave Combat Federation. So yeah, I cannot say much, but we are cooking. We are cooking and see how we're gonna get over and done it. But
What are you cooking,
yeah,
man? What are you cooking? What's cooking?
the way I'm gonna beat him up.
Man, yeah, man. I've
The
seen some of
way-
your training footage, man. You look explosive, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing the fight. Um,
yeah,
on the
yeah,
on the
thanks.
September 7th, man. So you've obviously got that fight coming up, but I also want to talk about what happened this past weekend.
Okay.
We saw that your teammate, your friend, um, Kubanza,
Nkosi,
yeah, and Kubanza, he
Nkosi
fought
Ndebele.
against Jose Shorty. Um, this decision a little bit controversial, but I want to get your thoughts on it, man. How did you think the fight went?
Man, also I was so disappointed to see that. I know Nkosi for a while. I've been training with Nkosi the past 7 years. He's a very good person. That's my brother. And he put on the hard work to get to that level. And actually, he won the fight for me because the first round, second, and third round, because he was dominant. He was outstriking Shorty Torres. I don't take anything away of Shorty. He's a champ right now, and we have to respect that. It's not him who made the decision to get that belt. He went there and put on the show. Amazing show. So congratulations to him, the new bantamweight champion. But the judges' score was kind of like a little bit so confused. I don't know how to say it, but it's horrible. It's terrible. It's so terrible to see that. Of course, he get the job done. He outstruck Shorty. What Shorty did, he was like a walking dead, in front of him, course, like a bag, like punching bag where course he was scoring.
Yeah.
And some few judo throw that he did, that was a little bit what we can say. Okay, we saw what he did, some judo throw, but from the clinch to the like I don't know, clinch work, punches, kicks, of course he was doing it. So I don't know if I'm the only one who sees that that point, you know what I mean? But actually, everybody right now talking about it. For me, it's Nkosi is the winner. Nkosi is the champion. He deserves a rematch. If I have to say something controversial, they must give him a rematch because Shorty didn't want that, but he didn't get it. Didn't get the job done. No damage, nothing. You know.
Well, what I was really impressed with Nkosi was his stand-up game. He was able to stand up, and obviously, Shorty was the shorter guy, the wrestling guy.
Yeah.
Every time he did put him down, Nkosi was able to neglect that and get back up to his feet.
Yeah,
I thought
definitely.
really impressive. Was he? Shorty looked like a big, stronger guy, but Nkosi was able to look just as strong, which is really impressive, right? He not only did he have the height reach, he also looked like he was a little bit stronger guy in there as well.
Definitely. Look. Shorty is a very good experimented father. You know, he been in UFC. You know, he had a great career in another organization. I don't remember the name. Then he comes to Brave, start beating everybody. But that night, he was not the best that we used to see. We didn't see what we used to see from Shorty. The boxing skill, the wrestling was not there. He did some judo throw, but Nkosi didn't stay there for like 10 seconds. Since he went down, he was coming up. But Nkosi kept him down, you know, and was doing ground and pound to him. And you can see Shorty's face. He had some damage from Nkosi. You get what I mean? So I don't really know how they score that. You know, it's not really him, but the judges. I'm so scared right now because I'm into some organization, and I'm like, what's gonna happen to me if I end up in this kind of situation? I'm actually thinking like, hey, just to finish people, I have to chop them or to knock them out. Because if I make the same mistake, giving into the judges' call or decision, giving the decision to the judges, it's gonna be difficult because it's unfair that the judges one judge called it 49 to 55. I mean, Nkosi didn't even won. I don't know. First round, Nkosi dominated. Second, third. You get what I mean? So I don't know how they scored that shit. Maybe they should, I don't know. I don't know what I can say about it right now. We just saw like, since that fight, we just like, come on, dude, what do we have to do now to win? Sorry, Shorty was not the champion to say that he kept the belt. No, the belt was vacant. You know what I mean? They was fighting. So it's not like he was a champion. You have to beat him like, wow, in front of the world, just create some damage like we used to see into other organizations. No, the belt was vacant. The belt was for nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there was some favoritism from the judges to Shorty?
Okay. 100%, my brother. Because he got belt now. The belt proved it. He didn't get the job done like we've been expecting from a former UFC fighter, former double champion in America, whatever he is right now or whatever he is. We didn't think that he you know what I mean. So the judges favor him for some reason that we don't know, that me and you does not know at all, that for some reason they favor him. He didn't get the job done.
Well, let me read the judges' scorecard to you just really quickly. So you had the first judge gave the score 45 to 49 to Jose Torres' decision. So he gave Jose 4 rounds out of the 5 rounds. That was that's okay. I'm gonna leave that on there. The second judge gave it 47 to 49 to Jose Torres, to Shorty.
Okay.
And then the final judge gave it 48 to 47 to Nkosi. So out of the 3 judges, you had 1 judge that gave the fight to Nkosi out of that. So the most shocking one, I gotta say, after seeing the fight, is the 45 to 49. I don't know how a judge can come up to that conclusion after watching the fight. That's crazy, right?
So crazy. So crazy. Like we don't do that job. We fighters, okay? We train and get there, put on the performance, put on the show. But we also understand we also trying to no, we also as a fighter learn and see how we can score a fight because it's our job, for many years. We do it. We know and we can see that there was some mistakes. There was I don't know. I don't know, maybe because he's speaking Spanish or whatever, or maybe it was Mexico, America. I don't really know how to say that, bro, but it's I don't know, man. No word. I just think that Nkosi deserves a rematch now.
So you would like to see the rematch?
100%, definitely. We all need to see that.
It was a great fight, wasn't it?
Needs
It
to
was a
see
great,
that.
it was a great fight.
We need to see a rematch. They and I even think Shorty himself still like questioning himself very like deeply to say like, flip, did I want this fight? Like, oh, they just gave it to me this bet. You know what I mean? So he must prove it. If he's the champion for really, he must prove it back to Nkosi because I am Nkosi's training partner, but the way that I'm saying this doesn't mean that it's a feelings, it's effect, There's no feeling into that because he's my brother, because he's my African brother or whatever, or he's my training partner or whatever. No, Nkosi or Shorty is a good father. I don't take anything away of that guy. He's a great person, he's a very good father. But he lost that night. He was not the best. So that's fact.
I think one thing you got to say as well, even before the fight, after the fight, there's always respect shown between the fighters, right?
Yeah.
And that is so good to see because we see so many fights where there's so much disrespect, before and after the fight. But just seeing how much respect the both fighters had for each other was really refreshing as well, right?
Yeah. It's also how you sell how you want it, how you sell yourself, how you go after your dream, how you want people, you know what I mean? How you have to accept people. I'm actually was the one who was just like sending some words to Shorty, like because he is a very quiet person that doesn't really do such thing in social media, and Shorty also showed the maturity as a guy who been in the game, for a while, but it's also how you sell it. You know what I mean? It's not like it's sort of respectful or disrespectful. No, it's just how bad you want it, how bad you want people to watch it, what you want to say, how you want to back it up. You know what I mean? Like I respect all the father, but I can say whatever I want. You know what I mean? To a father that the person that I'm gonna fight. You know what I mean? So it's that side. It's like particular. It's for both of them was so respectful each other. Yeah, and it was a very good martial. Yeah, yeah.
And you mentioned earlier about your sort of fear that this will happen to you now if on a Brave card. Do you reckon? Do you reckon it's something to do with Brave, the organization, or do you think it's just the poor judging? Do you reckon you need to go in there and knock out your opponent now? How does it make you feel mentally going into your next fight?
I didn't really get your question. Why? Can you say it again?
Yeah, so just thinking like you going into your next fight,
Okay.
seeing what's happened just this weekend gone, how does it make you feel mentally going into your next fight? Do you have that concern that will happen to you again? And is it something you've spoken to Brave about?
I'm not letting this shit under judges hands, bro. That's all I can say. I'm not letting them take my destiny. I'm not. So you actually understand what I mean. So I'm not letting it into a judge's hands. So I have to go there and close the show. That's not ego. That's not like it's fucking confidence that I have, and also saying what happened last week with Nkosi. I'm not letting. I'm not letting that on the judges call. I have to go there and close the show. So I'm training to close the show. Comes September 7th.
Has it come to your mind that this fight may go to points? Has it come to your mind, or are you just focused strictly on the knockout?
Look, you actually don't get there and think like I will knock this dude.
No.
You
Yeah.
know, you go there to put on the performance. You know, like huge performance that even judges or people will just say he's the champ or sorry, he's the winner. You get what I mean? But actually, it's yeah, mentally it plays a little bit. You know, we same team. You know, we in the same team. We both share the same mate. We sweat together and seeing my brother, destiny being took away like that. You know what I mean? That belt means so. It was a lot for us as a freaking fighter fighting in Brave and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, mentally it's kind of like playing a little bit like, yeah, let's work on the finish. Let's work on the chops. Let's work on some good punches, some good combination that will create more damage and close the show. And I don't really believe to my power more than people just say it's more skill. So I will impose my skill. That would definitely give me a win or a finish, you know.
The skill sets up the power, right? You need the skill, you need the
Yeah,
discipline to set that up. So
Congo Palm.
got some guns on you, man. I like that, man. That's quality. That's quality,
Yes.
bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
No, I am.
You mentioned about Africa. You've mentioned it quite a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
African brother, and all, you're from Africa. You said you come across quite proud of your heritage and stuff, man. What does it mean to you?
Bro, yo, it's mean a lot to be one of the African fighting into the biggest organization, the fastest growing organization in the world, which is Brave Combat Federation. And this Africa is not easy. You know, people think Africa is easy. It's not easy. So seeing us there means we went through a lot and we made it today. So we're not there to play. I love my Africa and we love me and Nkosi was already planning because Nkosi been there before me to get that belt. That belt will also give me motivation, all African fighters. Then I came and grabbed the second belt like Faradin did, you know what I mean? And you get what I mean? So this is a blessing continent, you know. One day you have to come, you know, you have to come here and we will show you how good African is. But
Listen,
it's,
you invited me.
yeah,
You tell me when and where I'll be there.
there you go.
Soon I've got a few friends from Africa. They've invited me, and I will definitely be there soon. And hopefully, I'll get the opportunity to meet you there as well.
We talk about it. We definitely talk about it, but it's a very good continent and it's tough right here and we went through a lot and when we get to the cages we remind ourselves that we went through a lot and we need something to put on the table for our families, you know what I mean, for where we come from and give some hope to the boys, kids around that they can do it because we grow up with them, same situation, not having food, you know what I mean, not having gyms and training outside. So yeah, proud to be an African fighter into Brave Combat Federation. You know what I mean?
Mr. E, one last question for you, brother.
There
What
you
is the
go.
goal? What is the long-term goal for you? What is it that you want to achieve for
Look,
you
I
and
want
for
to be
Africa?
next year. I want to be champion in Brave. Then the rest will follow. Next year, I want to be a champion. This year, I want to have 3 wins straight. Next year, they have to put me into that conversation. You know, I want to get to that conversations of having that bed around my waist or to my shoulder. You know what I mean? And I can defend it once or twice. Then the rest will follow, inshallah.
Hmm. My man, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, brother.
Mr. E, thank you very much for joining us today, man. I appreciate your time. I know you just finished the gym and stuff, so thank you for
Yeah.
joining us, man. I'm due to come on September
Thank you.
7th in France.
Okay.
Be there, so I'll do an interview with you after the fight card.
Thank you, brother, for your time. Thank you for the questions. And yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Hope I will see you and I will remind you that I told you that I won't let it to the judges' hands. You know what I mean?
I look
Thank you,
forward to
pleasure.
seeing it.
Appreciate
You a lot of
that.
expectations. I look forward to seeing that, brother. Guys, thank you very much for listening. Look, check out for the next one as well. Cheers.
My man. Thank you. Cheers, brother. Thanks.